Super Bowl.
Welcome to Patriots Touchback Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Patriots Touchback Podcast with me, your host, Carl. I didn't think I'd be doing an upload this quickly, considering our last show is back on New Year's Eve. First things first, regarding our show, thank you so much, everyone that's viewed. Make sure you're hitting the like button and you're hitting the subscribe button as well. And you're following us all our social media platforms and follow the podcast on Spotify, Sports Social Network, and very, very interestingly, we are now live on Apple as well, so you can find our podcast on Apple as well, and we will be also going live on Twitch very soon, and also on Instagram, so make sure you check us out for that. What I want to talk about in this, okay, is the fact that nearly every single week, everything gets somehow leaked out of the locker room, whether it's players saying something they shouldn't do, Gerard Mayo's boneheaded comments, the Boston media going completely AWOL, as they always do, which is not surprising. This one, however, really has taken the biscuit. If there's one thing that you should never, ever, ever do, is target the fans. They are your paying customer, shall we say. They are your internal customer. And we have a right as fan base to cheer when we praise for you for doing well, or boo you when we see the product is not very good. Well, linebacker for the New England Patriots, Jalhani Tavai, he's come out and said some rather unsavory comments, okay? And I'm going to say this. He was on a phone call from the Greg Hill show on WEI. This is what he had to say, okay? I want to and be very careful with this, okay? I was frustrated. I definitely told a fan to quieten down in a non-polite way. There's a reason why they're fans. They're not qualified to do what Mayo is doing. They're fans. Appreciate them at times, but sometimes they just got to know their place. Know our places. Know our places. We pay some of your wages, you entitled. The fact you come out with that sort of comment is absolutely, it's egregious to say the least. We as a fans, we are allowed to express our feelings. This is why it's called a free country, especially in the United States of America, obviously somewhat here in the UK as well. But it doesn't matter what fans you are, whether you come from Foxborough, California, Texas, Kansas City, London, Germany, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. It doesn't matter what sort of fan you are. You are allowed to express your opinion, and either in a positive way, in how well you do, or in a negative way when they criticize you, okay? What we have seen this season is shambolic performance after shambolic performance after shambolic performance. That is all we have seen. And the fact that the fan base is now getting called out for it by a linebacker who ain't even the best in his class. To give you a prime example, okay? Jalhani Tavai, you're tied 85th in interceptions. 1. You have no forced fumbles. You have 1 sack. You're 150th or below. And you ranked 50th in tackles. Solo tackles at 58, mate. You're not exactly a TJ Watt, are you? You're not exactly a Fred Warner, are you? Until you have that sort of level of capability, concentrate on your game, bruv. At the end of the day, fans are allowed to express what they are allowed to say, okay? And the fact you're telling us to know our place, that's about as disgraceful as it gets, mate. How about you know your place? Well, we don't know what your new place might be. It might be on the unemployment line, because that sort of comments that any player makes to a fan base pretty much get cut. You are then not worthy of being on that team anymore. And to be honest with you, there's a few players that don't deserve to be on that team. Dietrich Wise Jr. has called out the fan base, saying we are a little bit entitled and spoilt. You're damn right we've been spoiled for 20 odd years. But we also were calling it out because it's not the fact we're spoiled. It's the fact this product is not watchable. We're not asking you to go win the Super Bowl. We're not asking you to make the playoffs. We're asking you to be watchable. We're asking you to actually play a good game of football and not be the equivalent of a Division III high school football team. That's what we're asking for. And calling us fans out for doing this. It's unacceptable. It's an absolute disgrace. We pay some of your wages. We are your internal customer. And if we don't like the product we see, we call it out. It's called constructive criticism. I'm sorry if a lot of people don't really understand that really. But the fact of the matter is, you're telling us to know our place. We know our place. We are fans. We can say what we want. Okay? But with you, you have to up your performance. If you don't up your performance, you get criticized. Simple as. Simple as. It is absolutely brain rot what has happened to this organization. This season, this franchise alone, this season has been a disgrace. It's been awful. Problems on the field, problems off the field. Gerard Mayo making dumbass comments. Jalhani Tavai making an absolute of himself. I'm sorry, but you're not going. And now you want to pick us on the fans. We're the ones that pay your wages, mate. We're the ones that go to there. We are the ones. Well, not us on the pod, especially because we're from the United Kingdom, but people who live in Foxborough who actually are season ticket holders, they pay their good money to go out there in the sun, the rain, the wind, the freaking snow, because they care about this team. They care about this franchise. And you're telling us to know our place. Nah, mate, get your performance up. You've been awful. We haven't forgotten the freaking where in week 5 against Miami, you stared into space and let Jonnu Smith beat you on the right-hand side and beat you for a freaking touchdown. Yeah, you might have forgotten that, but we certainly haven't. It's disgusting what I'm seeing from these players who they know they've got to put up. Keon White, he expressed his feelings on what they need to do better at, but he never criticized the fans. He said we need to change something on the defensive side of the ball. So what do they do against the Chargers? They took him off the edge and put him at inside linebacker. Why? Because he's better at getting pressure on the inside. That was his position to start with. That's why he was so good in his rookie season. We put a square peg in a round hole. It's just completely unacceptable. Unacceptable, Jalhani Tavai. One thing I will give Gerard Mayo credit for is this, okay? He put, I've handled this internally. We've had a conversation about it. No one's happy. The fans pay the bills, and fans are the most important thing. That's probably the most sane thing Gerard Mayo has said all bloody season. The fans are the most important thing. Thank you. They are, because they pay some of your wages, and they bring the noise when they come to Gillette Stadium. It's a tone deaf answer that Jalhani Tavai has done, and he needs to do better. Seriously, man. I expect an apology. Well, not expect to us, obviously. I expect an apology in the next 24 hours for Jalhani Tavai on his comments, what he said on WEEI. Because if not, there's probably a good chance you're getting cut. You're a disgrace, mate. Know our place? How about you know your place? And that could be on the unemployment line. I hope it doesn't. You're a good player. But those sorts of comments, that's how you turn a fan base from anger into apathy. And that's the last thing that we need when we're going on a 3-4 win season. That's the last thing that we need. Anyway, let's end it there. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell all your friends, follow us on all social media platforms, follow the podcast on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts as well. We'll be back, obviously, for our review show against the Bills. And, of course, Black Monday. We'll find out if anybody gets fired at all. But for now, good night. God bless. Jalhani Tavai, know your place. Stop right there. Stop right there. We've got to continue with this. It's the following morning, and there's been some more news that have come out regarding of Jalhani Tavai's comments. It looks like that he has gone and walked it back, and an equivalent of an apology. I sort of sent out an apology of some sort. So I'm just going to read you here. This is from Mike Reese, okay? Jalhani Tavai in the locker room today. To anybody who is offended, that's not who I am. What I am is a guy who is going to defend his brothers. Anybody who is my co-worker or comes to this facility, I'm going to have their back. I'm sure if somebody who is listening right now, if somebody came into their house and did the same thing and talked about their family and people they work with, they'll act some type of way too. That's it. So if that clears up a lot of stuff. And if people still don't like it, then whatever. It is what it is. I'm not trying to get a reaction. I'm trying to show that we are frustrated too. I don't like being a loser. I fucking hate to lose. I'm frustrated too. I'm not trying to poke buttons and stuff against the fans. I'm just going to be real. I'm going to say what I'm saying. I'm defending my own. That's it. What I said is what I said. I apologize to anybody whose feelings got hurt, but I'm going to defend my own. So basically, you have made an apology, but it's not really an apology, is it? You've walked it back. You've defended your boys, which I can understand why you would. But at the same time, it's not really a heartfelt apology to fans. You should have said, I shouldn't have said what I said. Nip it in the bud. We move on to Sunday. That's really all you really should have said. And instead, you've gone on this absolute waffle fest about it is what it is. And what I said is what I said. How about not say anything? You could have worded what you said on WEI so much more better. And instead, you've just gone and walked it back. It's a half-assed apology, a backhanded apology, whatever you want to spin this. It's still not a good look. It's still got a look. These are still the sorts of things that'll get you cut. These are still the sort of things that get you cut. And it wouldn't surprise me if you are cut, but at the end of the season, because the comments you've just made back, no, we still don't like it. We still don't like it because you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have targeted the fans. As I said in the video, we are your paying customer. We have a right to cheer for you when you do well. We have a right to boo you when you are performing that pathetically, especially at 3 and 14. Did you know, ladies and gentlemen, that Jalhani Tavai is ranked the 72nd linebacker in the NFL? You're not far down for being in the UFL, mate, playing with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Shut up, bitch!
Fix up, look sharp, like Dizzy Rascal. Anyway, this is now going to be the end. Thank you all for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, tell all your friends, follow us on all our social media platforms, follow the podcast on Spotify. We're getting on out of here. So, till next time, goodbye, God bless, go Patriots, Jalhani Tavai, you're a disgrace, mate.